He said he'd be here.
Said he'd be here. I have 2 coffees in my system. Even after I saw an Instagram video that coffee is very bad for your brain.
Bad for your brain? I read things that are constantly that's good for your brain.
It says it's good short term, but bad long term as it restricts blood flow to your brain. So Rachel's been trying.
Nobody knows anything.
Yeah, nobody knows anything. I feel the same, whether I drink it or not. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Maybe that's why you get a little sleepy when you, like, right after you pound a coffee, you get a little, like, you can get a power nap in. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but we've been trying to be off coffee a little bit, but I drank 2 regular strength caffeinated coffees today, just in case Danny wasn't going to make it, because he did give us
carry the load.
Yeah, he said maybe he wouldn't be here. So that's it. How are you, Rob?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. You want to start the podcast formally? We'll get into it.
Yeah, let's get it.
Okay, here we go. Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino, back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of December 10th, 2024, here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yeah, that's right. We are back live this week, and it's just a 2-man show here today, but we are very lucky to be here with a man who has the knowledge of many men and has drank the coffee of 2 men here today.
Pickleball's 4 men,
top
some.
Influencer. Yes.
Yeah.
Tyson Apostol.
I am here, and I am feeling really good. I feel good. I hurt my ankle a couple weeks ago. I think I told you about that. Sprained it so hard, but I was due for an injury. Like, I've been so healthy and so, like, youthful and exuberant.
Yeah.
Like, it was bound to happen. And so, I've had some downtime, and my ankle is finally on the mend after 2 weeks. And that's it. I mean, other than that, I'm getting back to the pickleball court next week. I've already got it scheduled. Hobble around. I've got an ankle brace. And just prepping Christmas, trying to make magical moments for my daughters by spending so much money on
so much
gifts.
Money. Yeah. So much money on gifts. So much money on decorations also.
So much money on decorations, on little everything.
Yeah.
It's just like placemats. Yeah, we got to have those. Drink coasters in Yep, those are there. Yep. Candles, every single perch in the entire house that could have a candle. Yep, that's there. Yeah. Pine, stuff made out of pine needles, every single place you turn. You can't go an inch in your house without poking your eye with a pine needle somewhere. Yeah. Those are there. Potpourri in the pots on the stovetop. You got to have that. It's everything. Yeah.
I would love to know, like, what is the recommended allowance of what a family is supposed to spend on Christmas? I'd like to just, like,
half your yearly income.
Is that right? Because I feel like that we're getting, like, the Amazon packages just they keep coming.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is just like, new decorations, more decorations.
Well, we were talking about this with some friends here, and their young teenage sons are asking for those electric bikes that Danny's kid got and broke his arm on. They're like $4,000 brand new. And it's like, I wish I had the balls to ask my parents for a $4,000 gift when I was a teenager. Like,
right.
Where do they get off?
I don't know.
They like I can't even imagine. It's absurd to, like, and maybe that's just like, now that's what you do. You just ask for the $5,000 Christmas present as a, like, 12-year-old kid. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, they're working it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. But
I guess so.
They were like, we're not doing that. So they went and bought cheaper electric bikes, but they do not look like the cool motorcycle-y one. And so they're like, our kids are going to be so disappointed. They got these nerdy looking electric bikes that still cost a fortune, but not as much as the fortune to buy the cool motorcycle ones. And so they're like, it's probably just going to be for me and my wife instead. We'll drive them around if the kids don't want them, but you get what you get. And still, it's like a small fortune. Like, I don't know. I I get asking for a pony as a little kid, like
Yeah.
in those moments when you don't understand. But the second that you're a teenager and you're like, yeah, I'm going to ask for a $4,000 electric bike this year. And then when I turn 16, I'm going to ask for a brand new car. Why not?
Yeah. My kids have Christmas lists that are like, yeah, I'd like an iPad, an Apple Watch, an iPhone. Like, bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah. You really, and you weren't even good this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
yeah.
They
And,
don't, yeah, it's the, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to make it special and fun, but at the same time, it's like, where are any of the life lessons here?
No less life lessons.
Yeah.
There were none. Yeah. But all right. Well, let's talk about some of these stories, because I got a Christmas story to start things off. And Tyson, some parents, everybody wants to have the perfect Christmas, and some parents are upset over, they've been to Bloomingdale's, and Bloomingdale's has green clad Santa Claus. Santa Claus wearing not the traditional red clothes, green clothes.
Sounds awesome.
And kids are confused.
Sounds awesome. Distancing himself from any political affiliation. I like it. I'm looking at a green light right now on my camera here, and I think it would be a lovely little
green
change.
Is one of the colors of Christmas.
Yeah, green is the top 3 color of Christmas.
Yeah.
And maybe even number 2. I mean, there's red, there's green, there's white. Those are the 3 colors of Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am envisioning a green Santa, and I think it's totally fine. It's like, this is what I wear at the shop. Not on delivering presents. I only wear like something like green Santa's fine, guys. I don't know. I think it's fine. Just a switch up, maybe. Maybe you have maybe every other day go red, go green. I don't know.
Okay, let me tell you the reason why Bloomingdale's is going with a green Santa, because
the North Pole sued them for the red Santa. They were like, we have that tread marked.
No, that Bloomingdale's has a promotional deal to promote the film Wicked.
Oh.
And in the movie Wicked, they go to the Emerald City, not for a green witch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a little bit of to raise awareness. In case you didn't know about the movie Wicked,
I knew
Green
about
Santa is here to remind you about the Emerald City.
Yeah, I knew about the movie Wicked. I didn't go with my family because I saw how long it was, and I have a under 2 hour going to movie theater policy. So I unfortunately had to pass.
And it's to be continued. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's also what I heard. It's like the play got through the whole thing, and plays are notorious for being long. The play got through the whole thing in the amount of time that the movie got halfway through.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be watch it at home for us. Yeah. But yeah, Green Santa would not bother me. I don't know how my family would react to the Green Santa.
You think there'd be some aneurysms?
I wonder. I hope that they would handle it okay. But, you know, maybe if I told them if it was first like movie product placement, that it might help them.
It would help them cope. Did that help as Bloomingdale's came out? It was like, everyone, this is for the movie Wicked. So don't fret. Don't lose your minds. Santa's just getting that influencer cash.
Yeah, Santa's an influencer too.
Yeah.
Look, he takes pictures with people. Like, I mean, he's basically like on Cameo.
Yeah, he is on Cameo. So, I don't know. I don't mind the green.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. Now, are there any other colors that Santa could be in future years to like where we get like the next Minions movie? Could we get like yellow Santa?
Yellow Santa, or the gentle Minions in a suit, or the all white party.
No, I don't think they're doing those anymore.
Yeah.
I think those are done.
The guy in charge got arrested, I guess. Huh?
I think so. On the naughty list, they say.
On the naughty list, yeah.
Yes.
I believe it.
Yeah. Also, you know, Santa Claus asked the youngsters to sit on his lap. Like, that's also
No go anymore.
Not at those parties. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think stick with red mostly. The green for me is acceptable, but some people it seems like really are bothered by that. But I am not a traditionalist.
Mhm.
I hate when someone uses the excuse, but it's a tradition. That bugs. Whose tradition is it? It's not mine. So
Mhm.
I don't care. Like, stop. The reason we're in this position that we're in and that you're uncomfortable or not happy with the way society is going is because we've built everything on the traditions of our forefathers. And eventually all of that gets outdated or is incorrect to begin with. And now people are stuck with like
Yeah, people hate
7,000
change.
traditions. So it's like, stop with the traditions. If you're only doing it because it's a tradition and it doesn't make you happy, it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel right, whatever it is, abandon the tradition.
Make a new tradition.
Make a new tradition, or
Yeah.
don't have any tradition. Like, man, the amount of times it's just like, but it's tradition. It's like, I always hated it, so I'm not going to make it part of my tradition.
Do you have any traditions that you like?
Oh man, no, I don't think so. No. I mean, eat a tub of popcorn before every movie starts in the movie
Yes,
theater, so I can get the free refill to enjoy during the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get the biggest buck, but that's like not necessarily a tradition, but I make sure, I make sure to do it if I can. I don't think I have any traditions that are hard and fast that I'm like, we have to do this. We do it every year. But my wife has some, her mom has a bunch, and her mom will just make up new ones and be like, I made up a new tradition this year where I give charms to all the kids and then they save them and then compile them every single. You're like, when did that start?
This is the first year.
Yeah. I just saw it at the shop, had to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she stops. Like she can't even keep track of all the traditions. She starts and stops.
My family has a lot of traditions that I'm not involved with. I'll be like,
nice.
yeah, but like, wait, what are we doing? Like, it's a tradition. You don't know this? I had no idea.
Yeah.
We always do this.
We always do this.
We always do that. I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
All right. Let me bring up a story that's been going on in New Jersey. Have you heard about these New Jersey drones that are flying around?
No. Are they cool?
I don't know if they're cool or not. A lot of people have been reporting drones flying around over some like military places.
Ooh.
Big drones that they say are the sizes of cars.
Really? Mm-hmm. And it's not the military?
I don't think that the military would fly the drones over their own bases, right?
To practice and to like.
I guess so. I guess if you had a drone, you would probably like take it out in your own backyard first. But people are reporting them, and I don't know. Everybody's like, we don't know what they are.
But the military's not saying anything, or the military is saying stuff.
Well, the New Jersey governor has been saying that he's acknowledging them, and then people are also saying that they're very sophisticated, and when you get your eyes on them, they go dark.
So it can detect eyeball vision.
I think so.
Pointing.
I'm not sure if your eyeball vision or light, but then they are people are getting a little freaked out.
If the governor is acknowledging them and doesn't seem too scared by them, it's probably the military testing stuff in their own backyard.
He's saying that this is that he says that we're obviously most concerned about sensitive targets and sensitive critical infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
This is something we're taking deadly seriously. And they said also that the president-elect, one of his homes are here. So they're getting Trump involved also.
I mean, it doesn't seem like they're that scared by it. They're taking it seriously, but then they're just not like saying or acknowledging anything really other than their existence. It's like, I think that they have something to do with it, but I don't know.
They're in on it.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like there's too sketched out about it.
Could it be Santa and his sleigh? Has anybody ruled that out yet?
Are they green?
Were they green lights?
Yeah. Was it all green?
Mm-hmm.
People in the chat don't know if this is live or pre-recorded.
We are live, baby.
Are we? Or did we just put this little bit in here to trick people into thinking we're live when really we're pre-recorded?
Yeah, you'll never know.
Steven Steffers, what do you think? Never know.
Yeah.
You'll never know. So, yeah, are you sketched out? Would you be sketched out?
I think if I was in the area, I mean, there's been a ton of like UFO like hearings and testimonies, and I feel like that they're not even like trying to say anymore that like, oh, it's these are explained. I think they're just like, yeah, the aliens are here. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Okay. I think that it could be the aliens, it could be the government, it could be a billionaire playing with toys. And I think that the government doesn't really care because they know enough about it, or they're the ones on it. And I think if the government and military and all those people don't seem that concerned, then like if I were living next door and had that thing hovering around my house,
you wouldn't like it.
No, I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
I wouldn't care. I'd probably just walk around naked or flip it off a bunch or something, so they have something funny on camera.
Okay, well, Tyson, there's been an update. Remember the guy who shot down the Walmart drones that were over his house?
Yeah.
He's taking a plea deal.
Okay. What's he getting? He's going to be the sharpshooter for any competing drones that are not Walmart.
Yeah, why don't they bring this guy in? If they're having a problem with like mysterious drones flying over the military base, bring this guy in.
Yeah. Plant him around. But there's only one of him. So, okay. So what's the plea deal? That's it?
So, yeah, he's taking a plea deal, and it could result in the eventual dismissal of his felony and misdemeanor counts.
Okay.
He's 72. We're going to put him away?
Nah.
Come on.
I mean, like, if I'm looking at a 72-year-old with a shotgun and he's not freaked out about drones zipping around in the sky, then like
he's doing something wrong.
Yeah. Like, hey, buddy, you're too old to like understand. Drone. Yeah. You're too old to understand how drones work, buddy. Like, you should be very skeptical of them.
Yeah. I mean, could it potentially be like is Amazon or Target working on like bigger delivery drones that can like bring in like a washing machine?
We're in the drone wars.
Are we in the drone wars?
The great drone wars of the first half of the 21st century.
Yeah, all of the big box retailers are working on like who can get like the Costco drone.
Yeah. It's just like, here's your 4-pack of washing machines. Cool.
Yeah. They need drones that are big enough that they like a guy with a shotgun can't just take them down.
Well, what about we saw our first delivery robot like on wheels cross the street at a busy intersection while we were waiting at a red light. And
where in Phoenix?
Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, girls, look at
like
that. Look at that.
The Waymo, is it like the little like R2D2 type thing?
It's like a little R2D2 type thing, but it just runs in traffic, dude, like a cyclist would. So it's just like behind the cars, goes up over through the intersection on the side of the road so cars can kind of go around it. And I was like, girls, look at that. So I was like, why can't they just do like fully autonomous giant semi-trucks to deliver like they could be delivering mobile homes or whatever. And just like, I need a new mobile home and I can have that this afternoon by 5 p.m. Okay, click. Like, awesome.
Yeah. Bring the drone over.
Phoenix is one of the test area for the Waymos. And I see the most hilarious Waymo stuff all the time because it just like is in my algorithm because I'm in the area. There was one the other day where there was like a full car wreck and the Waymo just snaked its way through all the wreckage, through right straight through like the 4 cars involved, crunching over the debris. and then carried on its way. And I was like, that is so awesome. That's what I would want to do if there was a wreck where nobody was hurt, but all these cars were damaged. I would want to worm my way through the wreckage, driving over the bumpers and all the other debris, and then just carry on.
Yeah. This is just like civilians that are recording the Waymo. Or is it a Waymo commercial? Like, look at what the Waymo can get around.
It's a civilian being like, watch this Waymo just drive through.
Yeah.
And
it didn't cause the accident, right?
It didn't cause the accident. And and you see him being like puzzled all the time. They're like, check out this Waymo. It doesn't know what to do here. It spent like 4 minutes trying to get across this left-hand turn as it like traffic is just losing its mind as this Waymo is like cutting off, but then stopping, but then cutting people up and then stopping. And I was like, I love it. I love watching the robots trying. Like, they'll get it.
Yeah,
eventually.
There's a nice lesson in that, like any like mere mortal, they would encounter like, a 9-car pileup, and it would just like, what am I supposed to do? The robot keeps going.
The robot just keeps going. It would be cool.
It's on its mission.
Steve asked if it honked on the way by. I was like, a long honk, like a long continuous honk from the Waymo as it's like rolling over the bumpers that have fallen off onto the street would be hilarious, but there was no honking. It was just like, and it was slow navigation. It wasn't like it zipped through. It's just like crunch, 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 crunch on its way. So I forgot what we're talking about, but definitely get
drones.
That guy on the drones. Yeah, that's but like drones can't carry as much as a land vehicle.
Yeah, but these want drones with the size of cars, Tyson. These are big ass drones.
Do you think that Carvana could have a drone deliver a car to your house? I don't think so, but you could definitely have a truck deliver a car to your house.
Yeah, but to deliver a car, you would need a drone the size of a plane, I think.
Yeah, and what about if you wanted a plane delivered? You could do it on a semi, but you couldn't do it on a plane.
Yeah, you would need like a drone the size of like a battleship.
So you see where I'm going. The scale of this would be much. It would be easier to have semi drones that are autonomous driving. So that's my invention.
Tyson, you remember Raygun?
Dude, I can't stop thinking about Raygun.
Yeah,
and I saw she just sued because somebody was going to do a play.
Yes. So Raygun,
stop it.
Raygun. Somebody was working on a Raygun the musical. A Australian comedian, Steph Broadbridge, was working on something that was called Raygun: the musical, and then Raygun's lawyers shut it down. To which I say, Raygun, like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, all press is good press, and just let the play go. And if it's super ultra successful, then have your lawyers step in and be like, hey guys, we need half of that. Thanks for all the hard work.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's, different ways. But Raygun is still, and I think to her own detriment, taking herself too seriously.
Right.
Like, she's a big joke. Everyone understands she's a big joke, and all anybody else wants for her is to be in on the joke. But she refuses to be. And I think that's, that definitely shows a certain kind of character or a lack of awareness. And for those that don't know who Raygun is, she was the Australian quote unquote break dancer in the Paris Olympics who was a complete buffoon.
Yeah.
Anybody could do what she did out there. Yeah.
Tyson, I feel like that this would be like a real coup for you to one day get into the Olympics.
Oh my gosh, it would be so hilarious. I've thought about it. And I was like, what would I do? Because there was a time when it was like almost a reality where I was like, if I just luck boxed my way in a little bit and had a couple good races on the road bike, I could maybe squeak in on the road bike team. That never happened. And then I was like, now though, I think if curling is one that a lot of like normies look at and they're like, I could do that. So I don't know. I think if there was a new thing like this, like maybe there's an opportunity for me to try, but it would have to be like either one of these or where I switch my citizenship. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I am going to be competing in swimming for a country that has no swimming pools.
Yeah, I just feel like that there's like these wacky new things that they end up getting into the Olympics where like breakdancing, nobody knew who was going in there, that there was not people that were training their whole lives. They just ended up like there's got to be a way in.
It's like pro pickleball right now, honestly, where it's just like people were playing pickleball and then all of a sudden it became big and they were making money as pro pickleball players. It's like, yeah, but you guys are like failed tennis players who then were driving like Ubers and now playing pickleball. And then all of a sudden it blew up. And now you guys are all like making $1 million a year for a couple of years here. This is insane. Like that's how breakdancing to Paris Olympics was. Like you have to be on the trend in the moment and get there.
Okay. Well, if the trend was making musicals about Raygun, this person was in on the ground floor. This is the comedian Steph, who has put out this statement talking about why Raygun the musical has been canceled.
Hi, I'm comedian Steph Broadbridge. I'm just hanging out in my casual day wear. My trial show tonight for Raygun the musical has been cancelled. Raygun's lawyers got in touch with the venue and threatened legal action, so we will be refunding everyone their $10 or comp ticket back. For that, her lawyers trademarked my poster, which is flattering. I hope they do something fun with that. And they were also worried that I was damaging her brand, which I would never do. She doesn't need me to do that. They were very concerned that people would think that Rachel Gunn was affiliated with the musical. I want to assure everyone she will not be part of the show. She's very welcome to come. I would love for her to see it. They also said I wasn't allowed to do the dance because she owns the kangaroo dance. That one did puzzle me. I mean, that's an Olympic level dance. How would I possibly be able to do that without any formal breakdancing training?
I mean, come on, Raygun, let her live.
The thing is that I am looking at this, I'm watching her, and I don't understand the law fully, but isn't there some sort of parody law where she can be like, it's just a parody, like we're making, like Saturday Night Live makes fun of brands all the time because there's something like that. I think whoever this lady is, the comedian, have your lawyer look at it and see if there's any grounds, because I don't think there is. I think there's a loophole.
I think that the issue might be here that it's called Raygun the musical, like from the little bit that I understand of the law. Like if I think it was called like Olympic breakdancing, like a musical parody, like I think that would be a little bit different. And then she wasn't they're using, like, if I made a show against your wishes called like Tyson Apostol the musical, and I think you might have some grounds to be able to say like, hey, I'm not affiliated with this. You can't call it Tyson Apostol the musical.
So you think Book of Mormon, the musical, the Mormon church could have stepped in and shut it down? I don't think they could.
Yeah, that I don't know.
And even Saturday Night Live uses like Target logo when they make fun of Target and Starbucks logo. I think they
get approval for that.
You think? I don't think they.
For Target,
maybe they do. Maybe they do.
Or they'd have to call it something different.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know.
So, we're not lawyers. We're not
lawyers, but I would be interested in having this woman get a lawyer and explore the possibilities.
Raygun did more for this woman by suing her. That there were. I mean, with all due respect to Steph, I can't imagine that there were more than 20 people coming to Raygun the musical.
Yeah, but now everybody is clamoring for it. Is this an elaborate marketing scheme by Raygun and Steph to get this thing going?
It's brilliant.
It really is brilliant. Be like, we found a loophole. We're calling it soy gun or
soy gun. Soy gun would be good.
Or like Ray gun spelled differently. Yeah, something like that. So I don't know.
Well, Tyson, I wish Danny was here to talk about this next story because we have an article about one of his favorite things to talk about, a Lickable VR device that lets you taste foods through your TV. We may be even closer to that breakthrough that Danny has been talking about for many years.
Oh, he's so stoked on this. Okay, so where are we at now? Because last time it was an idea and it was supposedly possible by sending certain waves or tickling the taste buds somehow through technology.
Okay.
Where are we at?
Well, we got a new study that was published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, where there's a lollipop-shaped device that they say can deliver different flavors, bringing a new level of immersion to your VR environments.
Okay, so you have to put this lollipop device in your mouth while...
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then you lick the lollipop, and then you will be able to experience different tastes while in VR experience.
Huh. I mean, I guess you can clean it and do all that stuff, and you're probably just getting it for yourself to use. But like, are you getting this? Is it like $5,000 first round? You know,
I don't know what the price is.
And then you're like, you have a party, and you're like, guys, everybody's got to try this. Like, it's crazy. Here's sour
I think everybody
apple,
has their own, like, just like everybody has their own VR headset, everybody has their own VR lollipop.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I just think it's too good. If it's too expensive initially, then you're going to have to just let people try yours to showcase it. If it's really that mind blowing,
you have to be very very close with that person. So the way that it works, that there are food grade chemicals stored in gel packets on the mouthpiece, and then they're activated with electrical currents. And combined with the user's saliva, it can create a virtual experience from fruit flavors to savory dishes.
Oh, eating's done then. We don't need to eat. No reason to eat. We're all just going to waste away. Ozempic and this have canceled food.
Yeah. I mean, Tyson, I mean, it's like, oh, well, I'm just going to experience like the taste of like, let me go to virtual Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
I'll have every flavor.
Delicious. Did you think it satiates the same as, because it's not going into your tummy?
Or does it make you more hungry?
It could. I remember doing some science thing in elementary school, and they had said that chewing gum actually makes you more hungry because you have the flavor in your mouth and your appetite is activated, but nothing is going into your tummy.
Yeah. They say, imagine watching the Great British Bake Off, and then you could taste what's being prepared in real time. Imagine watching Survivor, Tyson, and they do the gross food challenge.
Yes.
And you can taste it.
Ew. How would they know how to mimic that flavor of cow eyeballs, though? Or delicious.
They have to guess, but
delicious Wingstop Kyle chicken wings.
You could be eating the wings with Kyle.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
mean, Tyson, this could be like, if you were a vegetarian, imagine you'd be able to have this device and be able to satiate any sort of meat cravings that you had.
Or if you're just like a meat and potatoes guy like Sam, you could test fruit without actually ingesting it.
Yeah. Like, oh, I've never tried a kiwi before.
Yeah.
Let me load that one up.
Let me see what it tastes like. Do you think that it's going to be hyper realistic flavor, or do you think it's going to be like candy flavor, where you're like, oh, a banana tastes different than a candy banana?
I think at first it'll be like the candy, but then I think then they'll be able to
dial it in.
Dial it in
on the second and third passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steffer's
Steffer's asked about the texture. Do you think there's a stiff lollipop that could morph texture and be like mush
maybe
banana?
Eventually, like we're really just on the ground floor here.
Okay. Yeah. Steffers, don't get ahead of yourselves here. Let's just work on the flavor first, and then we'll get to the
I can show you a little bit of what this looks like. If this will give you like more of a hint of what this thing looks like. So
okay.
Imagine
like little electrodes on the ends.
Yeah, like electrodes on a stick, and then you just have to keep licking that thing.
Yeah. And that's definitely going to be where patient zero starts for the next big outbreak, right?
We used to talk about how you lick your iPhone.
Yeah, I
But
haven't
that was
been
pre-COVID, Tyson.
Yeah, I haven't been licking it as much, but not because of that. I just usually just wipe it on my shirt now, just like this.
Yeah.
And then that's good enough.
Okay. Tyson, what will it take for you to try virtual reality? They haven't got you yet, right?
No, not really. I had Google Glass or whatever not Google Glass, Google Cardboard.
Yeah.
When that first came out, just to mess with it.
That was just like put your phone in there. That was like
put your phone in there, super cheapo, whatever. It was fun enough. And we do the VR rides at the aquarium once in a while because my kids love them. But I don't know why. It's just, I don't care.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking it out, but like I feel like it's big commitment. Like I feel like even though you get the thing, it's like, wait, I don't even know how to like use Oculus or any of that stuff.
Yeah, and what if I get trapped in there?
Yeah, they say it's like with do I go on Facebook with it? How does it even work?
Yeah, and then you don't have legs, and then you're wandering around all by yourself looking for other people.
Is that even still the same thing?
I don't know.
I don't know any of this. Okay.
And yeah, I mean, it definitely has its place. I definitely understand why people enjoy that. And I think I'm just not that type of person because I'm not like, I just finished Zelda Echo of Wisdom. Like and I'm not a big gamer guy, but like I enjoyed that and I finished it all the way. And I like to be good at video games, but I'm not, and I don't play them that often, and I don't enjoy them, and I'm not addicted to that specifically. So, So I think that like for 360 or whatever the VR stuff is, I'm not necessarily like the personality that's going to be super drawn to that.
Yeah, and you like that you could play it with your kids. Where I feel like does everybody need to put the headset on to then go into Zelda with you?
Yeah. And I used to Google Cardboard. I used to just put it on Bergen and cast it to the TV so that I could control it and see what she's seeing. And it was hilarious when she was like a 4-year-old kid and she's like, "Dad, where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm right next to you. Let me hold your hand." And she's like, "Okay, I don't see you." I was like, "That's because you have a headset on." She's like, "Okay." And I was like, "There's a well. We're underwater." And I was like, "Yeah." And so then I could kind of turn her towards the things that were coming and see what she was seeing in the screen. And it was super funny. So
yeah, I used to do one with my kids that was like dinosaurs. They like that.
Yeah. So that was super fun. But like for me personally, I just don't have the time to really commit to being a VR person.
Not a VR guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Tyson, do you have a Roomba?
I've had different iterations of automatic vacuums that we never use.
Do they work for you?
No, we never end up using them. I buy them, I think, and they're going to be cool, and then we use them for a little bit, and then ultimately they go unused.
Yeah. I haven't had not such great results with the one that we have. It's very. I always say it's like a little tiny stupid baby that like will like it like goes out and then it's like
it gets
carpet,
lost under
I'm
the
dead.
couch.
I'm stuck.
Yeah,
like,
lift the couch. I can't get out.
Like, I'm like, okay, poor baby. Let me put you back in your crib.
Yeah.
And then it comes out again, and then it inevitably gets very few times has it finished the vacuuming job without a problem.
Yeah, a lot of times it will ruin stuff too. Just like unravels your carpet or something
or
like that.
It'll roll over like a cat turd or something. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So also another problem, if you have a Roomba and there's an earthquake, the Roomba can escape from your home.
Is that true?
Look, here's video, Tyson, of an escaped Roomba.
So
on the street.
Maybe it came out of that garage.
Somebody.
That's so funny.
Nobody knows.
It probably came out of that garage.
That's so funny. So they have, it's like a Tesla where they have an override system that can add mileage to your car in extreme dire circumstances. This Roombas are designed to escape natural disasters. They're just like they can override their programming to escape.
Do you think somebody was like pinned down, like Roomba, get help?
Yeah, or it was just like Roomba was like, save the robots, earthquake detected, and then it knows where the front door is, so it just goes out and
Get to a safe space.
Into a safe space, open. Yeah.
Yeah. Stepher says
Hilarious.
drones in the air, Roombas on the ground. We need to start protecting ourselves from these robots. Have you seen the Roombas that mow the lawn?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Do you think that works? Because I'm like very interested, but I know how the Roomba cleans the carpet, and it doesn't go great.
I think it works if it's simple, and I don't think it's gonna do like like Wrigley Stadium outfield, MetLife. We'll go MetLife Stadium. I don't think it's gonna do MetLife
I don't think it's real
Stadium
grass at MetLife,
crisscrosses out there.
Yeah.
So I think your expectations have to be low. It's going to look like a vacuum cleaned room where it's just like burp, 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 burp in all different directions.
Okay.
So, yeah, the robot lawnmowers are deadly for hedgehogs. Please never get one.
Okay.
TKMG is like, I agree, but we don't have hedgehogs in Arizona. We don't have lawn stuff like that. So hedgehogs I've seen in the wild, but only in Switzerland, but they were on the lawns.
Yeah, why are the robot lawnmowers so deadly for hedgehogs as opposed to regular lawnmowers?
Because the human can see the hedgehog and stop.
The robot can't see a hedgehog?
I don't know. That's a good point. Like, I'm just taking TKMG's word for it here.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, save the hedgehogs. I'm on board with that.
All right, Tyson, some news out of Chernobyl.
Finally. We've been waiting decades.
The dogs of Chernobyl,
the five-legged dogs of Chernobyl.
Scientists have studied 116 stray dogs living in Chernobyl and found that they have been genetically modified from other dogs.
For better or for worse?
And they're thriving.
Dang.
The feral Chernobyl dogs are thriving, Tyson. Life found a way.
Wow. And is there still all of that radiation and stuff happening there in Chernobyl?
I think there's enough, yeah.
But these dogs are impervious or have become improved because of it?
According to this article, it says that they've developed genetic superpowers. They're like the X-Men of feral dogs.
Wow. So what do they do? What's their superpower?
I think they're just thriving.
Dang. Well, that's cool. And there's no like tumors or cancers or anything like that on these feral dogs?
None that we can detect.
How long ago did Chernobyl happen? In the 70s?
I think it was in the 80s, I think.
In the 80s? So we're 40-ish years away from
1986.
That. So we've got a whole generation or two, a couple generations of dogs that have been living within that radiation zone. And now they're here and they have genetically modified or mutated for the positive to be able to thrive in that radiation heavy environment.
I guess their superpower is that they're able to thrive in the radiation exposure. And I don't know if they're extra feral also now.
Dang. So they're more wild? Probably. Interesting. And do they say that they can do this with humans so that we can then carry our phones around glued to our faces in
Maybe
good
that's
conscience?
what'll happen to us.
We'll eventually.
Now, here's what I want to know. Could the Chernobyl genetically modified feral dogs versus Boston Dynamics dog? Who you got?
Oh, man. I think if you tip over a Boston Dynamics dog, can it get back up?
Unclear. I think it can now.
Okay. If it can, I mean, I still am thinking I'm going Chernobyl mutated dog.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think that they're going to be faster. They're going to be lighter. They're going to be more skeptical. They're going to, and I think they're going to come at you from all directions. I think you would need to take like the Ender's Game hero of Boston Dynamics dogs to study Chernobyl mutant dogs and then program the Boston Dynamics army to go in and battle. Is that the next reality TV show? Is that what we are pitching to Netflix?
Yeah, I think so. Chernobyl. I mean, it can't be worse than Logan Paul versus Mike Tyson. Chernobyl, genetically modified dog versus Boston Dynamics dog.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're doing.
They were left behind.
But only
left for dead. They're the dogs of the future.
Yeah. Versus the man-made dogs of the future.
Mm-hmm.
So dogs of the future, that's what it's called. And then we're not harming the feral dogs. We're just capturing them. And then that's the end game. So the Boston Dynamics goal is to capture all of the dogs before all of the robots become incapable of capturing them because the feral dogs are knocking them over or trapping them in some capacity. Look,
I'm not unsubscribing.
Steffer says it's unethical.
Unethical. Okay.
But what if the feral dogs want this?
What if the whole thing is on AI? Okay. It's all an AI simulation
of what could happen.
What could happen?
What scientists
no dogs
believe.
or hedgehogs would be harmed.
Yeah. And no robot vacuums involved or lawnmowers. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tyson, now Danny's not here, but I do have a story that I think Danny would appreciate. So if you think it's okay if it's not in poor taste to do a bolt hole without Danny, I'd like to bring you a Danny's bolt hole story.
Yeah. Let's just do it but not play the music.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right, guys. I'm Danny Bryson, and I'm about to share the bolt hole, and I'm ready to do it right now. Hey, you were supposed to play the music over me.
Oh,
like we used to do.
Sorry.
Oh, what? You got me again.
He doesn't like it. I don't. The fans love it, but he doesn't like it.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right. So something that job seekers are doing, Tyson, tell us, if you were hiring somebody and they put their marathon times on their resume, is that a turn on or a turn off for you?
Unless it's astronomically fast, it's a turn off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just like, it's the people who put the 26.1 sticker on their car and they ran a marathon. Even if they're a marathon hobbyist, it's just like, okay, it's like a weird brag that's annoying.
So one hiring manager was looking to hire an engineer, and this engineer included 15 marathons that they ran and other competitions that they've run, including having a sportswear sponsorship.
Yeah, that's fine. What's the time? Does it tell us the marathon time?
No, it did not include the time.
Okay. I think if you have a sportswear sponsorship, maybe that's something, although everybody's even I'm sponsored for stuff nowadays, like everybody's sponsored, can be sponsored for something. It's not like it used to be when I was young and there was no social media, you'd just only be sponsored for your talent only. And now it's more like about personality and social media following and your reach and all that stuff. So that's a little bit different. So that doesn't necessarily mean as much. But, if you're a marathonist and that's your passion, I don't know. There's probably something to putting that on your resume, I think. But you're just trying to sell yourself. So if it helps sell you, then cool. But if not, then leave it off of that thing.
Are there some jobs that an impressive marathon time would be helpful for?
Yeah, like a running store manager, maybe.
Running store manager, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Anything fitness or runner adjacent.
Is there anything that it could tell you about, like, hey, this guy, my sales manager, he's never gonna back down. Look at his marathon time.
Yeah, or be like, there is some perseverance there. Like, for sure, there's probably some of that involved, but I think in general, it's not going to get you the job or not based on that alone. But
yeah, what would be your most impressive accomplishment that you would put on a resume?
I mean, probably that I won Survivor.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
yeah, if you were playing for like a normal job, would you include that as like a like work
yeah,
experience?
yeah, I
Yeah.
would. I also the one I use the most now is probably host at the Ringer,
Yeah.
just because the Ringer is widely known, and
Hmm.
so yeah, that's the one I probably use most. And Survivor Winner, most things I am applying for, they already know that about me, so I don't have to do that. But yeah, uh, so Steffers in the chat says my greatest accomplishment was when I did the Challenge USA swim, dragging cachet the whole time.
Yeah.
That
Could
could
you put
be.
that on a resume, or would you need to like? Could you put like a link to the clip?
Yeah, we'd have to sit down and watch that together. Marriage boot camp veteran. I do say that a lot. Actually, that's pretty funny. I was on a show, Marriage Boot Camp. Yeah, I think I would. I think the Ringer, host at the Ringer.
Yeah. So this
and,
is more like your IMDb page.
yeah, and Survivor winner is
Mhm.
what probably are the two things. Former pro cyclist, former collegiate swimmer, if that stuff matters. Mormon mission, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I thought that making a business card with just my social media tag at Tyson Apostol and that's it, just boop, one thing in the middle of a card would be hilarious. But then who would I even give that to?
Hmm. Right.
So,
Because
what would
anybody
you
that
put
would
there?
be impressed by that would already know who you were.
Exactly.
Hmm. Okay.
So,
Tyson,
yes.
should we try to figure out what our image is going to look like for this episode?
Yeah, we should before we have to do the pay break song.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know you loaded up on coffee today.
I loaded up on coffee.
Yes. Okay. So, what are we talking about today?
We
Okay.
got the drones. We got
took
the
Green
guy shooting
Santa
the
Claus.
drones. We got green Santa. We do
Ray
want
gun.
green Santa Claus. Yeah, we want green Santa Claus and Raygun shooting down a giant drone.
Okay. A Santa Claus wearing green and breakdancer Raygun
Yeah.
are shooting down a giant. The shooting might be a little bit of an issue.
Oh, okay. Are looking at a giant drone.
Yeah, because that makes it disappear.
Yeah.
Are looking at a giant drone over New Jersey,
Yes.
flying over New Jersey,
with a pack of feral dogs, surrounded by a pack of feral dogs.
surrounded by a pack of feral dogs and a Roomba.
And a Roomba.
Okay.
So will New Jersey be surrounded by the feral dogs, or will the humanoids be surrounded by the feral dogs?
I guess no way to tell until this comes back. It's thinking and working. So we'll see.
Okay.
Well, okay. Oh wow. Actually, this is Tyson.
Our best
this is
one?
improving. Well, this is improving by the minute because this is like last week. It took like 5 minutes for us to come up with something. Okay. Let me show you what
we're AI geniuses. It's just about the prompt.
Okay. All right. So here's what this came up with. Okay. So they did not. So they got Raygun here.
Okay.
They got Santa Claus, but Santa Claus is wearing red still. There's Roomba. There's the dogs. There's the giant drone. Okay.
I don't hate it.
Can you tell it's New Jersey?
Yeah, you can tell it's a city.
Okay. And then here's version 1. And then here's version 2. Again, Santa is still not wearing green.
I like version 2 better with Santa being like hard stance.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just say like, can Santa's outfit be green?
Or make Santa's outfit green.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm being too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other adjustment that you would make?
No, that's it.
They kind of nailed it.
They kind of nailed it.
Okay. Okay. So let's see what it comes up with now. I feel like
if it does identical and just changes his outfit green, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I think it'll end up changing a lot of things, but we'll see. We haven't played around with this too much. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, did not nail it at all.
Okay.
Then
let's do the one with red.
All right. It says here that Santa Claus is now dressed in a fully green outfit as requested. Let me know if this, he did not change it at all.
He just said that. Oh,
you're lying.
Oh, that one's cool too, though. Which one do you like better? I like
it, but
yeah. I like that one.
It says that the elf is kind of wearing Raygun's outfits. That's good.
Yeah,
but
that is good.
This is very good. Okay. I'll ask you one more time to put Santa Claus in green, but what are you going to do? All right. Tyson, what's coming up for you?
Survivor Pod, Lego League competition that I'm coaching for Bergen. Programming Robotics League is coming up on Saturday, and just all the year-end celebration stuff going on. How about you?
Just normal week after traveling to Houston, and so I'm very excited about that. We got part 1 of the Survivor finale, Tyson. It's a 2-part finale this season.
I know, 2 hours each time.
Yeah, so you got that coming up on Wednesday, and so looking forward to that. So, of course, next week we'll be back together with Danny, back on a Tuesday, right?
That's right.
Should be. And then we'll talk to you then. So until then, take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guy.